Before Islam, I was raised in quite an atheist family. My parents don't really have a religion. I lived in Canada, so it was majority Christian, but I had lots of different religions around me. I guess I grew up quite normal, a bit rebellious and crazy, maybe. And then I moved to Malaysia when I was 15, where most of my friends were Muslims, but not really practicing Muslims. But I got to learn a little bit about Islam from them.
نائلة من كندا، مع أنها عاشت بين المسلمين فترة من الزمن، لكن الذي أرشدها للإسلام طمأنينة نزلت على قلبها في ليلة مرعبة كانت فيها مضطرة للجوء إلى رب السماوات والأرض.
And I used to say I hate Islam, I hate all religions, all my friends are stupid for believing something is out there. So it was back in 2012, I had just come home and I got ready for bed and I heard like something, a very strange noise. And I couldn't see anything, but I could feel where it was coming from. And I got really scared, so I just shut my bedroom door and I locked it. And as I turned around, something hit my door so hard the whole door shook. And I was absolutely terrified. I didn't know what it was. I couldn't see it. I couldn't fight it. And I've been in scary situations before, but in this moment, the only thing in my mind was Allah. I don't know why, but in that moment I asked Allah, like, protect me from whatever this thing is. And I slept instantly. Like, normally maybe 15 minutes it will take me to sleep, but I slept instantly. So I woke up in the morning, and I'm quite a logical person, I'm quite like scientific, so I kind of had to assess what had happened the night before. So before I got up and got ready for work, I just had my first ever honest conversation with God. And I said, if you want me to be Muslim, then you have to guide me, because I didn't find any religion in like 22 years of my life. And I'm not going to find it on my own. So you need to like show me the way.
الله أكبر. الله أكبر من كل خوف أقلق قلبك. الله أكبر من كل مشكلة وقعت بك. الله أكبر من كل مرض أرهق جسمك. الله أكبر من كل دين أثقل ظهرك. الله أكبر من كل شيء. فإذا كان الله سبحانه وتعالى أكبر من كل شيء وقادر على كل شيء، فلماذا نعتمد على غيره من المخلوقين؟
In this time that we're living in, there's so many jobs that you have to sacrifice, what you believe, what you feel comfortable in. You have to work in the shop and sell alcohol, or work in TV and make commercials that you don't agree with what you're filming. And I found every time I found myself in a situation where I was having to choose my faith and my beliefs, or money and jobs in dunya, I would have to take a moment to reflect and understand what's the most important thing that I'm doing here. And I always found that I would have an honest conversation and ask God, like, Allah, if you're going to guide me to something, it's going to be best, and I don't want to sacrifice what I believe and what you've taught me. So guide me and give me the best that I can find. And every time it's worked for me, and it's led me to jobs that I could only dream of having, and it's led me away from having to do things that I didn't feel comfortable doing. So even if I had to sacrifice a bit of time or a bit of money or security or comfort, I found that they were small prices to pay, and I would get the reward far greater afterwards.
التوكل هو اعتماد القلب على الله سبحانه وتعالى في دفع الضرر وجلب النفع. التوكل والإخلاص هما أساس جميع الأعمال، فلا يصح عمل بدون الإخلاص، ولا يكمل العمل بدون التوكل. وقد جمعهما الله سبحانه وتعالى في أعظم سورة في القرآن، وهي الفاتحة، في قوله سبحانه وتعالى: إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. إياك نعبد إشارة إلى الإخلاص، وإياك نستعين إشارة إلى التوكل، فاجعلهما شعارك.
Somewhere in between, I went on a work trip and I decided never to drink alcohol again, and I didn't. And I wasn't even Muslim. And then a few months later, it was going to be Ramadan. So I said, I'm going to take Ramadan to feel what it means to be Muslim, and can I do it? Because if I can't, there's no point. What am I committing to? So from the first day of Ramadan, I taught myself to pray. I wore hijab, I fasted the whole day, and I read one chapter of the Quran every day, which are the things we're supposed to do in Ramadan. And I found it very easy. I mean, 12 hours fasting, it wasn't like very difficult or anything. And as I started to get through the Quran, I kept reading passages like the truth comes to them and they know it and they still like deny it. And they're the ignorant and they're the ones going to hell. And I was like, what if that's me? What if I'm reading the truth and then I'm just going to turn away from it? And every time I read a passage like that, I would get really scared. And then about halfway through Ramadan, I said to myself, if I die tonight and I'm not Muslim, I'm going to hell. So I prayed Isha and I Googled how to say your Shahada in English, and then I took my Shahada by myself.
أختي بعد الإسلام هل واجهتي صعوبة في مجتمعك؟
I think the only place I ever faced issues or discrimination was in my work. I had a lot of trying times. They didn't really want the hijabi Muslim in their companies. And I remember I was 6 months jobless, and I actually thought maybe I should take off my hijab and go and get a job, and then maybe later I can put it on. But then I said, like, that's shaitan whispering to me, wanting me to sacrifice my values for money, which is dunya. And I said to Allah, like, I'm not going to do it, and you're going to provide for me, inshallah. And I ended up getting the best job I could ask for and worked on a film that I could only dream of working on.
لما دعا نوح عليه السلام ربه أني مغلوب فانتصر، لم يخطر بباله أن الله سبحانه وتعالى سيغرق البشرية لأجله. فثق بربك وتوكل عليه. أطبقت الظلمات على يونس عليه السلام واشتدت الهموم، فلما اعتذر ونادى لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين، قال الله سبحانه وتعالى فاستجبنا له ونجيناه من الغم. فثق بربك وتوكل عليه. لما أخرج الله سبحانه وتعالى يوسف عليه السلام من السجن، لم يرسل صاعقة تخلع باب السجن، ولم يأمر جدران السجن فتتصدع، بل أرسل رؤيا تتسلل في هدوء الليل لخيال الملك وهو نائم. فثق بربك وتوكل عليه.
عرفتك طيبا سهلا، عرفت الحب منك وفيك، فمهما ضاق بي همي سيفرج بالصلاة عليك. يا رسول الله يا حبيب الله،